The Mountain Runner. There was once a young woman named Asha who lived in a small mountain village. Ever since she was a child, she dreamed of running, of feeling the wind race past her as she climbed the steep trails of her homeland. But Asha was born with a limp in her right leg. Every doctor told her that running would always be impossible for her. Yet every morning, Asha would sit by her window and watch other children train for the village's annual mountain race, the event that crowned the fastest and strongest in the region. Her heart burned with quiet determination. One day, an old retired runner named Mr. Tenzin noticed her watching from the sidelines. He approached her and said, "You don't need perfect legs to run, Asha. You need a perfect reason." Those words stayed with her. So she began training slowly, awkwardly, painfully. She fell often. Villagers laughed kindly but told her she should rest instead. Yet every time she stumbled, she whispered to herself, "One more step." Weeks turned into months. Her limp didn't disappear, but her endurance grew. She learned to move with her own rhythm, one that was uniquely hers. On the day of the big race, Asha stood at the starting line. The other runners looked confident, sleek, powerful. She looked nervous, but her eyes held a quiet fire. When the race began, she quickly fell behind. But she didn't stop. She kept her promise, one more step. Halfway up the mountain, some runners began to tire. The air grew thin. Climb became brutal. Yet Asha, used to pain, kept going, slow, steady, relentless. Hours later, when most had already finished or given up, she reached the summit. The crowd had almost dispersed, but those who remained saw her cross the finish line, trembling, tears streaming down her face. The old runner smiled and said, "You didn't just run the race, Asha, you changed what it means to win." From that day on, the villagers no longer called it the fastest wins. They called it the race of heart. Moral: real victory isn't about outrunning others, it's about outlasting your own doubts.